Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California. From trivia nights to title fights, your voice of choice, the stunningly stupendous student of stupidity, Ozzy V. And with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world famous juggler Craig Larson. How you doing, Craig?
Oh man, things fantastic. Just very excited to talk about this movie. How are you doing, sir?
You know, I swear, whenever there's something where I'm not a big fan of, and then you are, it just like pushes things further. Like you end up liking it even more because I hate it, and I end up hating it more just because you love it. So it's funny how that works. Also with us, ladies and gentlemen, is Flesh Wound producer Todd. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing great. What did you expect out of a movie about going to Hamburger College? But whatever, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk. Okay, the movie we are reviewing and discussing today is Hamburger, the motion picture, released on January 31st, 1986. Todd, do you have a trailer available?
Of course we do.
Okay, yeah, right.
Are your parents encouraging you to get a college education?
Let me kill him!
Have we got a school for you? Forget Harvard. Forget Princeton. Learn to earn big bucks fast.
Beef, las palmas, equal bucks.
Come to Buster Burger University.
Fall in over here.
And see Hamburger, the motion picture.
We're here to learn to run a Buster Burger franchise. A lot of bull in every bite. A lot of bull in every bite.
But you get more than just an education at Buster Burger U.
Are you crazy?
You'll be stimulated by a student body that shares your interests.
Real meat.
You'll find a faculty that really cares about you. On-the-job training will get you ready.
Can I, Buster, help you?
For the fast-paced world of fast food.
All I ever wanted was to be a Buster Burger manager.
America, you're getting very hungry. Hungry for the burger that makes you full. You're jumping for a taste of a Buster Burger. Our famous Buster Burger that's full of good. The one and only Buster Burger that's full of good.
Buster Burger, America's favorite drive-through restaurant. Hamburger, the motion picture. It's funny enough to eat.
I can tell how much Ozzy loved it. He can't hold it in.
That was the trailer for Hamburger, the motion picture, again released on January 31st, 1986, rated R with a runtime of 90 minutes, and it was still too long. Written by Donald Ross, directed by Mike Marvin, starring Lee McCloskey, featuring Dick Butkus. Okay, so initial thoughts on this. Whenever there's a movie that I haven't seen before that we review, I tend to avoid watching the trailer and just go in. Yeah, well, I don't know, because if I saw the trailer, I think I would have been prepared a little bit better. Instead, there's this stupid Hamburger University. Okay, all right, I'll stick with this for a little bit. And then once I got to about like the 53-minute mark, if I heard Buster one more time, I wanted to jam my eye with a number 2 pencil. Thank God I didn't have one. But it actually, I'm going to give it its due. There were some great lines in this movie and some fun moments, which equated about like 12 minutes of 90 minutes. And then it just kind of, the last 30 minutes for me was such a drag with this film.
Hold on, wait for it. Sorry, Ozzy.
I don't understand humor.
It's moments like this that was saved for.
Yes.
All right, compose yourself, Ozzy.
It
Keep
is
your profanity
indeed
inside.
Inconceivable, Ozzy.
Do you want me to give you a confession, Ozzy? This is the first time I've seen this movie myself.
Okay.
This was one that we've been asked to cover. I think it's since your love of Hot Dog the movie. I think Hamburger the motion picture got moved up into the requests. I'll ask you at the end which you liked better. Well, which did you like? Well, we'll get to that.
My brain tried to remove any memory of Hot Dog the movie.
Well, at least Fast Food the movie was good.
At least fast food was better than this.
I guess specific food movies Ozzy's going to be
McBuster
wary
crap
of.
pile or whatever you want to say.
Pizza the movie's not coming on soon.
Thank God. All right. Okay. So yeah, initial thoughts, no surprise. Like I said, there's about 12 minutes of this movie that I enjoyed collectively. I was a little kind of like felt weird about seeing the only black guy in handcuffs the entire time. that was strange and hard to stomach. But I mean, I got a lot of stuff written down. It just, I couldn't help but think that the writer had a fantasy about, well, and then you might say, well, who didn't have this fantasy? But this writer just had this fantasy of this main character who every woman threw herself at him within 3 minutes, and it just got really tiresome. And for me, kind of transparent, the sense that it was this guy's fantasy that he dreamed up this character and tried to live through this character, and him even turning down sex with somebody by being gay.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
I think you're just jealous, Ozzy.
I mean, a
little bit.
Just think about this for a second. This guy writes a character to live through and have so many women throw themselves at him that he gets to turn one down. And the one he turns down is a Latin woman. Like, come on, give me a break.
Well, to be fair, a Latin woman from Guacamole.
Yeah, that was.
Speaking of rape,
it was a little.
Her name was Conchita in the movie. You know what Conchita means in Spanish?
What?
Well, concha technically means shell. You know what concha is slang for?
What?
A vagina.
Yes.
So Conchita is like saying cute little vagina.
Cute little vagina with a semi-automatic weapon.
Anyway, I mean,
some power.
It was 86. Or what was it? 86
It was a different time.
So was Ferris Bueller.
Ozzy.
Yeah, but then I'll look at who. Yeah, let's not talk about
whatever.
So Ferris Bueller, not as inclusive. No ethnic anybody.
Yeah, no.
That's not true.
No. Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah, the
parking
valets.
attendants. Yeah,
the valets. So it's just as racist. Calm down.
Now, at least they weren't handcuffed.
No, they were the help.
At least they weren't handcuffed.
They were the help. And
they weren't handcuffed.
And what do they do in the movie?
They weren't
They
handcuffed.
steal a car.
They
borrowed the car.
No, they steal a car.
They brought it back. They brought it back without needing to be asked. They borrowed.
You borrowed this car.
Borrowed the car.
That's why they had to cancel the movie. Remember, they were going to do the spin-off movie with them. They had to cancel it because they're like, the LAPD would have just shot him. This movie's going to be 5 minutes.
But the movie took place in Chicago.
Okay. Oh yeah, because Chicago PD is notoriously nice to colored people.
It's just like, it's good.
I should have said people of color, but
yeah, that was a little weird. I was kind of frozen there. I had a little buffering moment. I didn't know what to say. Anyway, let's move on. Greg, how about some initial thoughts on this?
Oh man, let me tell you, a movie that talks about hamburgers and there's that many boobs. I mean, what more do you have to say? Hamburgers are second.
More buns.
Fair. Hamburgers are second only to burritos in greatest foods. So I was very excited for this movie. Never saw it. Never heard of it. Showed my maintenance guy the trailer for this movie. He's from Slovakia and was like, what the hell is this crap? So it was, I was excited to see what
Well,
this.
you can watch the whole thing free on YouTube also. Since there's no official release, there's many versions of YouTube. I will say one of my favorite bits about watching it though was the retro experience. Seeing the media home video logo before the movie started. It was
There
just
you
like,
go.
all right, I feel like I popped in the VHS tape, but I'm watching Hamburger, the motion picture, for the first time. And Ozzy's last time. I think watching it, my favorite part about it was knowing how much Ozzy was going to be hating the experience.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Like the helicopter scene, I'm sure Ozzy was just
Okay, so I was in a situation where I was actually at a Farmer Boys for an extended amount of time. I watched this entire movie while sitting in a Farmer Boys, right? So when it came time, and because
So
we
you're
had all the
watching
people
Hamburger the motion picture with
in a
Hamburger?
hamburger restaurant, yes.
That's awesome.
And when it came to all of like the nudity, I had to like turn the brightness down and like kind of like move my hand a little bit so they didn't think I was some like pervo, whatever.
In which way were you moving your hand?
I had my pen in my right hand where I was writing down some anger, and I had my left hand covering the screen.
And the pen is mightier.
The pen is mightier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that right, Trebek? Sorry.
Right. Okay, so let's just get into favorite lines or moments. You guys can go first. I actually have a lot of stuff written down, and then that's
Really?
yeah. No, I mean, you guys can go, and then I could go through every single one of my lines. I mean, I didn't go more than a page. Like it's really like a half a page of stuff because my top half of stuff is all info on the movie. But there were some funny moments. But you guys can go first.
I understand. You say the top half. As Todd mentioned, there wasn't a lot of the bottom half. It was a lot more of the top half in this movie. But ironically, one of my favorite moments was one of the first characters you get to meet.
Okay.
And I had too much of a chuckle because of how ridiculous it was with the name of Victoria Gotbottom as the name of the person that he has to have a counseling moment with. That definitely got me more than it should have, because it's something that you don't do these days, and it definitely gave me a good
There's
chuckle.
a lot of things in this movie you don't do these days.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, racist, homophobic dick butt kiss, but I don't think that was too far off from probably the way he talked in the locker room. He was probably a lot cleaner in this movie than in real life. But my favorite line, and it's just because it made me laugh so hard because it was so dumb. When they're in the pickles and they're put in there, and he says, "Man, are we in a pickle?" Just the stupid line is what made me laugh. What about you, Ozzy?
Bull is our business. It sounded
Really?
well. I mean, that made me laugh because obviously it's filling out like it's double meaning. But
Right.
I mean, line made me laugh. I had more towards the beginning, or one towards the beginning, one towards the end. You have, like, it's not my fault women are throwing themselves at me. You have a mouth, use it. And that's the problem. That's fun. Towards the end, when the little kid's trying to grab for some cookies, put those cookies back, MFer. Saying it to the kid, that made me laugh. But none of these lines that made me laugh hard enough to make me want to continue watching the movie. I still wanted to turn it off. I did think it was funny to see. I can't remember, or I did not write down what this guy's name was, but the chubbier guy, the one who would electrocute himself whenever he got the cravings of hunger,
Right.
seemed like Chris Farley before Chris Farley. Like, because every time he shocked himself, I remembered the flashback I got in my head was the Saturday Night Live sketch when Mike Myers is hosting a Japanese game show and Chris Farley plays the American tourist, and at the end they electrocute him.
Right.
And seeing him do that thing was very reminiscent of Chris Farley being electrocuted on that particular sketch. I don't know if maybe Chris Farley saw that and that's where he got the inspiration for it.
I'm
But
sure he's a big Hamburger the Motion Picture fan.
okay, yeah. All right. So my biggest critique was I was really like, it really made me feel awkward to see the black guy handcuffed throughout the entire movie. The one black guy in the entire movie was handcuffed the entire time. That was visually off-putting, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. To jump on that, I didn't even catch the entire line, but there was some for the black cop. There was like a Kunta Kinte reference, which I was like, "Wow, we're really going it all in."
Yeah. It was definitely one of those "Ugh, yikes" kind of things.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe the screenwriter was trying to let off some steam there. Todd?
My critique is honestly, it has to do with our lead, Lee McCroskey.
Uh-huh.
Like him trying to be likable, I had a problem with because I know him so well as the asshole boyfriend from Just One of the Guys. So that's always who he is in my head. And he plays the same smarmy character, but we're supposed to like him in this one. And it just like I still have resentment because how could you? Yeah,
It's like if Ted McGinley was doing a movie in the 80s where he was supposed to be the primary protagonist.
right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. Because actually, Lee McCroskey has gone on to do more things, but in this era, like you couldn't have, like you know, because he eventually did become Jefferson Darcy, and that was different. But he was still that slimy kind of sleazeball character, but he was still more likable. But that was 15 years past Revenge of the Nerds.
Precisely.
This is like Just One of the Guys is 84, I believe. So this is like 2 years past. So and he still looks exactly the same. So that was my biggest complaint. I couldn't like our lead because I was still had issues with him from Just One of the Guys. So it's
I got you. Okay. Going into the rating here, I know I did not like this movie. I did have some funny moments. It wasn't as bad as Private School or Joysticks.
Well, what about Hot Dog the Motion Picture? Or Hot
Dude,
Dog the movie?
I think my brain blocked off.
Which is funny because you had strong feelings about it on par with the ones you've just mentioned. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that Hamburger was so bad it overtook that spot in your brain of hatred of food movies. Because there was a long time I brought in Hamburger the Motion Picture up, but you refused to do it because of Hot Dog the movie.
I think my brain seriously had some time to block everything out from Hot Dog the movie.
I
think
it's
the line is because if you go back and watch that review, one of the things that you mentioned is that it's Hot Dog the movie, like they're hot dogging, like they're just screwing around.
It's not about food.
So in my brain, it was kind of like it brought it down a peg in the sense of like me hating it. Like, okay, this is just a movie where they're screwing around, and they basically tell you with the title of the movie, I'm just going to try to forget about this whole experience, right? But this, I mean, like, at least it had some sort of plot, but to your point, Todd, you don't want to like the main character. Like, there's nothing that makes you want to root for him. So it feels like a big drag. And just a lot of the Dit Butkus stuff towards the end was just a lot of like, how is he able to control the drive-through speaker from his Jeep? Like,
you wanted logic in Hamburger the Motion
I know, but that was just the one thing where I'm like,
literally a Hamburger
how
college in the movie. They go to Hamburger College.
But you know what I was thinking? It was the In-N-Out University, where people actually have to go to the In-N-Out headquarters to train to work at In-N-Out, right? You're like, isn't that a thing? Right?
But
am I wrong?
No,
You're
I
wrong.
don't know.
I work for In-N-Out. That is not
Okay.
what happens.
Well, whatever.
He made it all up. He tried to make it make sense. But this
No, I didn't make it up. I genuinely thought that was a thing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll admit that I'm wrong. I'm wrong on that. Fine. But in my head, as I'm watching it, okay, I'll suspend my disbelief enough to make believe that there's horns coming out of this building. And everybody says Buster this and Buster that, despite the fact that an hour into the movie, the next person that was going to say Buster, I wanted to jam my fist so far down their throat, I would have to clip my nails by opening their ass cheeks. I couldn't take it anymore. But I was in a restaurant, a local establishment, a public place, and I couldn't go crazy. If I was sitting at home, I probably would have paused it, yelled a little bit, and then continued. But because I couldn't do that, I think I had a harder time getting through it.
I hope you turned
from
the
start to
volume
finish.
all the way up when the song started playing.
I had my headphones on.
Oh, damn it.
If I was playing that song in the middle of a
burger,
they would think I'm so just crazy and weird. But anyway, so going into the rating, like I said, I didn't hate it as much as Private School and as much as Joysticks, because this did have a very basic type of plot where, okay, I see where you're going, and we're having this because this, that part made sense, and I was just happy with that. The fact that everything from start to finish, for the most part, was making.
He had to go to hamburger school to get his inheritance, to get his hamburger school degree. Perfect
For an
sense.
80s movie, it's stuff that I can. Okay,
This
all
was
right,
bad for
fine.
80s movie logic. Just saying, it was.
But it still had. It wasn't like the logic in Private School. It wasn't like the logic in Joysticks. It didn't. It didn't completely.
I can
defend
defend the logic of those two movies more than this.
A lot more on Joysticks, yeah.
No,
Well, no, even-
just the
even-
one scene.
even-
Okay, no, stop it. We're gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up right now, and we're never gonna talk about it again, because the
I
minute
can't
you try to
promise
tell
that.
me that you're gonna sneak 30 arcade games off a truck and the drivers aren't even gonna notice is the most stupidest thing
Well,
I've
you
ever
can
seen
look
in my
away
life.
from that, but you can't look away about this Hamburger University with bulls coming out of the horns. I mean, what is your level of I can accept this moronicy and just go with it?
Because
big-
it's a type of world where it's everybody's just operating in it. And okay, in this world, if they did have this Buster University to learn this stuff, this is how it would look. Okay, in the
and
80s,
some
had,
guy who has no flight experience in a helicopter can somehow maneuver it and land it. You're like, this is that's much more okay.
I was much more insulted by trying to have us believe that all these kids moved not only 30 arcade machines in 10 minutes, and that the people driving the truck had no idea.
Have you never seen these mobbing videos of these kids going into 7-Elevens nowadays?
7-Eleven, where they used to have one or two, maybe 3 arcade machines, but enough for an arcade.
7-Eleven had
give me a
arcade
break.
machines?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I used to go play. I remember going there. They used
Yeah,
to
you
rent
don't remember the
movies
line
too.
you don't remember the line
What?
from Back to the Future
Yeah.
Part 3? Where'd you learn to shoot like that? 7-Eleven.
Oh, didn't even think about it. I just
Come
knew
on
you had
now,
to
Greg.
have pants on. That's
Get with
the biggest thing I knew
Do you
about
remember
7-Eleven.
that? Do you remember that, Ozzy, when they rented movies too? You're a little older. No, so
I
you
do
know.
not remember when they
So you're both, you're both the same age. That makes
but
sense.
I
Yeah.
do remember arcade machines. That was fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't realize they didn't have them anymore now. But yeah, they do. That's where the ATM machine is now, and the lottery thing. Now I'm thinking, oh well.
Yeah.
All right,
But
so
well,
got to finally
let me-
finish my rating on here.
No, okay, go ahead.
I was giving it a 1.5 out of 5,
Oh wow,
which is
Okay.
still above my Joysticks rating and above the Private School rating. So,
All right.
and at least I had a favorite moment and wasn't the credits.
This is true. I mean, I'm not super high. I had my issues with it. I'm a 2.5. I'm right in the middle. It's average to me.
Yeah, no, this is as much as I was joking about this movie. This movie sucked. I really did not enjoy it. That last half hour, 45 minutes,
It was
I was just like, man, I wanted to go to bed so bad. It was. I just really did. I was only watching it because we had to for the show.
Is this when I tell you I fell asleep? Fair
enough.
And then I had to I remember I said I had 13 minutes left today. It's because I had to watch the last half hour. So I basically I rewatched the helicopter chase on. So,
Yeah,
it
no,
was.
I'm right there with that. I'm not even gonna give it as good of a score as Ozzy. This is a 1. Like,
Okay,
I mean,
for the record, you go back and let's like review everything and everything, and then Greg gave it a lower score than I did. I just want to highlight that.
yeah, that's because I wanted to rile you up and get you pissed off about it. Like the whole time, I didn't like this movie.
I can't exactly go to 10 anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I know Jesus is watching, Ozzy.
Well, I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about the angry Asian lady we have upstairs.
Yeah, it's fair.
So okay, so that's a one
I
from Greg, 1.5 from me, and then a 2.5 from Todd.
And I think, watching it though, like I said, me knowing how much you were going to be hating it helped my enjoyment.
That's true. Like if I were not scoring just the movie, like 2 at least, just the whole time, Ozzy would hate it.
Because it was dumb, and I like dumb movies, but like it's not a dumb one I'm going to rewatch. Maybe if I would have watched it 30 years ago as a kid, and I and it was one I grew with, I might have some nostalgia for it. But it's dumb. I don't hate it. If a remastered Blu-ray comes out, I will pick it up.
You're talking about a movie that you can just go on YouTube because it didn't have an official release.
It's like I don't know exactly why.
Distributor.
It's like
nobody wanted to touch it.
It's tied up in some legal complications, like from the distributor, so it's never got past the Laserdisc stage. VHS
Todd,
and Laserdisc.
You do know you can see boobs in HD and other formats,
but
that's really the biggest redeeming.
I have Tomboy in 4K. Wait, is that one 4K? Shit. Well, it's in Blu-ray either way, but that's one we'll have to do in the future. Very good film.
Okay.
Oh, it has one. It stars someone from one of Ozzy's favorite films. I won't say what it is.
Anyway, that concludes
coming soon pizza movie.
Oh, I'm gonna barf. That concludes our review of Hamburger the Motion Picture. You can check out the movie. It's in its entirety on YouTube. If
you shouldn't.
Like for Greg to say don't watch this movie means a lot. Now, if you're a type of individual that has me kind of in the back of your head, like, and you've been with us for the private school review, the joysticks review,
you know, most of our listeners aren't on your side.
School, yeah. If you can have that in the back of your head, you will enjoy this movie more, as evidenced by what Greg and Todd both just said. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Just pretend I'm sitting right by you, and you might enjoy this movie. But if you don't, you will not enjoy the movie. This is a warning from the three of us. Would you say?
Yeah,
I'd even say that knowing Ozzy doesn't like it doesn't mean you'll enjoy the movie. It just means you'll be able to tolerate the movie.
There you go.
Yeah, because I think we do have some people who are, Ozzy hated it. It must be good.
Yeah, it's true.
This is when we're all kind of on the same page. But I also think there's going to be some people who have nostalgia for it that are probably disappointed in me right now too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe if the boobs are in HD, it'll raise it up.
Right now, my nausea level is rising, so we got to be done with this. Do you guys have any final thoughts before we head out this evening?
No, sir.
Okay. I will say, if you do happen to be visiting the Orange County area, wait, hold on a second. I got to see when this is airing. Okay, yes. If you do happen to be in the Orange County area this week, I'll be hosting trivia this Tuesday at the Rush Bar and Grill in Lake Forest, beginning at 7 o'clock. Also this Wednesday at the Brewery in Placentia, also at 7 o'clock. Both nights, free to play and prizes for the top winning teams. Come on out, have some fun. Any last call for last final thoughts? Are we good?
Last what?
Last final thoughts.
I'm trying to push you into the last what?
Oh, the last tournament on the left, too. This time it's personal. Sponsored by Flesh Wound Features, happening in Hawaiian Gardens at the Metroflex Gym on October 3rd. Get your tickets right now. Where can those tickets be found? I will tell you at fleshwoundfeatures.com is where you can get those tickets. And while you're at it, give Flesh Wound Features a follow on the Facebook. Yes, Greg.
I'm sorry to be that guy, but how was there a last tournament on the left? Dude.
Because the last one wasn't really the last one. Don't use logic on us. We just reviewed Hamburger the motion picture.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
We are absolved from logic. At
And
this
because
point.
we're a throwback of horror films, there's a lot of twos that don't make sense. There was supposed to be a Last House on the Left too, which
fair enough.
didn't happen for a number of reasons. Not anything to do with the logic of it.
So
I also live in a genre that has a movie. There's A Haunting in Connecticut, and then the sequel is A Haunting in Connecticut 2, Haunting in Georgia or Georgia. Like, it's literally not in Connecticut. The second one, it should have been A Haunting in Georgia, but they call it A Haunting in Connecticut 2 something Georgia. So this is the genre. So makes sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All
right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. For world famous juggler Greg Larson, Flesh Wound producer Todd, I'm Ozzy V. And we'll see you next time, all right, here on a new episode of Flesh Wound Farce.